And in his meeting with the President, Ignacio, Hagel said they also discussed the West Philippine Sea dispute with China. The Pentagon chief lauded the Philippine government's efforts to resolve the dispute peacefully. More from Ignacio.
The United States recognized Philippine efforts to solve the territorial disputes in the West Philippine Sea through peaceful means. President Aquino and U.S. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, in their meeting in Malacanang, discussed the current territorial row between the Philippines and China in the disputed area. The Philippines had already filed its petition on the issue before the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea. Hagel said the U.S. also supports mechanism to address the issue of maritime disputes under the ASEAN framework.
The United States supports ASEAN efforts to negotiate a South China Sea Code of Conduct, which will help peacefully manage disagreements and tensions arising from competing territorial and maritime claims. In the meantime, we encourage nations to peacefully resolve their disputes through internationally accepted mechanisms in accordance with international law, including the law of the sea, and without coercion or militarized attempts to alter the status quo. The United States appreciates the Philippines' efforts to solve its dispute through peaceful means.
The U.S., however, expressed confidence that the territorial conflict in the region will be resolved diplomatically. Hagel stressed that China may understand the importance to develop relations with other countries to ensure regional security and stability.
I think clearly, as it was indicated to me, that, and the Chinese have said this, and I don't know the Chinese government, but they clearly understand, like we all do, that this world is interconnected, and all powers must develop relationships and get along with each other for their own economic development, for stability, security, peace. You cannot have growth and development and possibilities for the future and your children without stability, without security, without resolving disputes through war. So I welcome, and I think the ASEAN nations welcome China's participation in these institutions and organizations to find opportunities to be able to build platforms where you can deal directly with disagreements and with disputes in a peaceful way and hopefully moving toward a consensus of resolution. That's the way of the future for nations. And I think to have China a responsible partner of many of these institutions and international organizations is important, and I suspect they see it in their self-interest as well.
Hagel issued a statement following the planned Southeast Asian tour of U.S. President Barack Obama, but he left it to the White House to announce the details if the Philippines will be part of the visit.
On President Obama's upcoming trip to the region, I'll leave that to the White House and when and how they want to announce the specifics of that trip, except to say that I spoke with the President, and he is very much looking forward to his trip to Southeast Asia, and I know that the White House is preparing for that, and his meetings, a lot to discuss. So again, I'll leave that to the White House on the specifics.
For the People's Television, Ignacio.